that offer dual airbags. And to help make sure you won't have to use them, we also offer anti-lock brakes.
Would our government experiment with people's lives and not tell them? You bet. The guinea pigs, 400 black men suffering syphilis. Prime time, tonight.
Finally here this evening, the age of Elizabeth II, that is, Queen of England and a great many other places for 40 years today. ABC's John Lawrence is in London.
While London was marking the anniversary with a 41-gun salute, the Queen was putting in another hard day's work, visiting a home for the elderly.
Thank you very much indeed.
One of the hundreds of official appointments she carries out every year. These pictures of the Queen at a horse race last year appeared in a BBC documentary tonight about her private life.
What do I get?
Well, you get 16 pounds.
16 pounds?
16 pounds.
Winning.
The public is getting a rare glimpse into the private life of the 65-year-old Queen, now the 5th longest reigning British monarch.
I think it actually comes down to it. People love the Queen, and they want her to be there. So her own standing is very strong. She's never done anything wrong.
Nearly 4/5 of the British public supports the monarchy. The Queen is least popular among young people, many of whom resent her untaxed wealth. The government pays the Queen more than $100 million a year to run the royal establishment, but she pays no taxes on her income or her private fortune, estimated at over $2.5 billion.
They're good to have as a status symbol and for tourism, but I think they could do a lot more. I don't think they pay their way.
But older Britons who have been her subjects for 40 years feel a strong attachment to the Queen, as some of them showed today. Queen Elizabeth has no intention of handing over her crown to her son, Prince Charles. It is, she says, a job for life. John Lawrence, ABC News, London.
That's our report on World News Tonight. I'm Peter Jennings. Have a nice evening. Good night.
This has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source.
Thursday.
Lieutenant, you'd have to come with me right away. It's your wife.
You rob me of my husband, I rob you of your wife.
I'm not gonna rest until I find the one that did it.
The most personal case of his career. Rest in peace, Mrs. Colombo. Thursday at 8, 7...
From News Channel 5, Cleveland's live 24-hour news source continues.
Good evening, I'm Ted Henry. Here's the latest. The FBI is now working on the Kent State shootings. They are working on psychological profiles of the gunman who has shot 2 people on the campus. Meanwhile, university police have now tripled foot patrols on campus. And authorities in Evansville say they don't expect to find any more victims from today's plane crash there. 16 people were killed. More news 1 hour from now.
Cleveland police say a couple of armed robbers wearing rubber dog faces covered their tracks like real pros.
Crime Stoppers, tonight at 11 on News Channel 5.
I'm Ted Henry. When you get your plain dealer this Sunday, you're going to find this inside. This is important news for all who are hungry in our area. This bag could very well mean the difference between having enough to eat or going hungry for thousands of our friends and neighbors. Here at TV5, we're asking you to fill the bag with non-perishable food items and take it to one of these fine grocery stores. The food you donate will go to emergency food providers all over our area. Won't you please help? Together we can make a difference for Cleveland. Join the Harvest for Hunger food drive.
News on the hour from News Channel 5, Cleveland's 24-hour news source.